He was getting quite a bit of praise, and from Pimp, in fact, on Twitter earlier after listening to their comms. And Thorn backed that up as well after the first season of Blast, where Alexi B, again, stood out as an in-game leader. So Alexi B, he's got it figured out. It's just about whether or not OG can keep it together for the duration of a best-of-3.
Anytime you get praise from a former Liquid player, you know it's, good news.
The eternal meme.
They are setting up for the window smoke towards the... Oh, but the flash is coming in. It only catches a couple of them, and there are so many Glocks on the other side. Electronic is dead, and more flashbangs won't even make a difference here. Great shot from Perfecto. That's so important. Look at how many people are here already. NaVI, they've all shown up, and they're going to shut it down. They're just executing one at a time. I can't believe they had 4 people in the B-bomb site in like a split second. I wasn't even looking at the minimap, and they're just all here. I need to rewatch this round. I don't understand how they were here so quickly.
Simple. He's just like these guys, these suckers.
Yeah.
Walked right into it, not even a struggle. You see, the thing is with these replays that we don't have the mini-maps, so we can't actually see what was the layout. But this is when the action happened. And the issue here is that I think it was just a hard rotate from NaVI and a little bit slow on OG's side. That flash really threw a wrench in things. It was perfectly timed. It just stopped OG in their tracks, and it allowed for NaVI those valuable seconds to just get those bodies in there, to rotate him over quick, no hesitation.
I guess that's probably like he saw so many people, Perfecto, that he called it in that second, right? That must have been something like that. 2 MP5s picked up, not really that common. See one every once in a while on a random person, but they're pretty much a rarity most of the time.
Yeah, they like to go pew-pew and make money as well. Although right now it is just a little bit Flamey cleaning up with the FAMAS. Unfortunately, these MP5s are not finding kills. Instead, it's Electronic taking bullets to the face. Luckily for him, those are Glocks on the other side. This is a hard eco from OG. No bomb plant. Means that these guys are just trying to maximize their money for the next round. Listen,
as much as we all love to criticize Valve on occasion, ups and downs in the community, how angry people are at any given day.
Sure.
I sometimes lie awake at night just thinking about the fact that everyone was complaining for at least like half a decade about the MP5 not being in CS:GO. Then they added it and no one used it.
And nobody used it. Yeah.
It must have been like some guy is just coding that all the way and it's like, oh, we got to get it all. And how do we do it in balance and blah blah. And then it's like, not that interested. I was just, thought it'd be cool, but now that I have it, I'm not interested.
You gotta wonder. You gotta. Actually, you don't really wonder. That's usually how the community works.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was one of the. I think I was trying to be a spokesperson of that kind of cause, and I don't use it.
Yeah.
So.
Why not, Anders? Come on, man.
I don't know. Listen, it's nostalgia, isn't it? Like I was remembering the good old days, playing on like CS Assault or something, and with the MP5. Turns out, sometimes the good old days, you leave them alone, don't go revisit them.
The main thing, though, is that when you play CSGO and you go play other FPS, you just realize how good the sound design is in CSGO.
That is true, yeah.
And
they've done much work on that front, for sure.
Yeah. You're just so incredibly spoiled. Oh, man, Flamey, even sticking around for more.
I was going to say, what absolute madness that even part of his brain wanted to do that. The rest of his brain won and he ran away, so that's great, but that part was wrong. Oh, but this... should have been a kill. MPK. That is a wild shot. He should have been dead a couple of times there. MP5 will get the 1 kill, but against an AK-47, almost did it, but not quite. So, not even sure if that was just the MP5 or just a nice little duck in behind cover from Isa. The bomb is going to go down anyway, and OG, couple of kills away from their first round here.
And now we have a smoke setup as well. Was able to recover that from the Perfecto, and so. 3 players alive here for OG using that smoke. Electronic trying to decide where is it that he wants to put this Molotov. That gives it away, and became in. Cool as ice, does not give away his positioning. Instead, it's Boomich moving in from apartments, going to find the one. NBK, he's playing that smoke perfectly. Takes down Electronic. It's all on Boomich now, and he's caught in a vice. Not going to find the kill on Montu. Instead, Montu there to save the day. OG on the board. T-side Mirage looking good.
A cool round out of NBK.
He stepped up on an individual level yesterday. That's another reason why. To me, it's like if NBK is hitting shots, if NBK is looking good, I've got a lot more confidence in OG because he's just so radically good he's been so good for so long.
Yeah, but it really feels like, it almost feels like some sort of heresy if you say this, but I was actually worried about NBK's career in general. I was just him individually. Ooh, a good shot from Simple at least, taking out Man2. Gonna be annoying. Simple, they pick up the orb on the other side, but maybe don't want to challenge him. But I don't know, back in the day when the original NIP lineup at the beginning of CS:GO were
very games?
Yeah, when they were, the French were the only ones almost that could sort of try and fight them, and MBK was one of the people who was really, you know, powerful at doing that. So he's obviously been playing forever and ever, going way back to Source and all the rest of it, but I really had a lot of doubts about him. It just felt like the motivation maybe wasn't quite there, where there was something else missing, but the last couple of games I've seen out of him have definitely not signaled anything like that. So I'm super happy about it, because, yeah, I mean, it's great fun watching him in action.
Oh, he's a monster, dude. He is the natural-born killer. It's his name for a reason. He is a man to be feared. And, well, this is unfortunate. Flamey point blank with that deagle. Going to catch NBK in the back. Flamey with a follow-up as well. And this is looking fantastic. NaVI doing quite a bit of damage here. And Simple with the 2 kills. Kills overall. I
mean, so much that comes from, like, there's a decision to be made, right? So someone has to check that close corner or Molotov it or do something. And there were around 3 people there that could have done it, and no one really did. So, I mean, they had the deep Molotov going down behind the truck, but it's very dangerous just to make that assumption and say, well, probably no one is there. And I think they had seen someone fall back, so maybe they just got sort of baited into the idea, but still. Really often people will throw that, just a Molotov to check, even if it's a waste of money if no one's there.
It's like Electronic had...
It's just a prank.
Just, yeah, exactly. It's like when you light a firecracker and throw it at a friend, right? Same thing. Just a little bit more dangerous than HE, but...
Just a light bit. But I get the, you know, I understand the idea. If you light
you ever do that, get in a bottle rocket fight? You just start launching bottle rockets at each other? It's the dumbest thing you can do, but it's just stupid fun as well.
You know, no one should be doing this. I've done very many fireworks in the past. It's a miracle that I'm alive. I will not reveal any details on broadcast, because, you know, if people get inspired, it's bad news. So, you know, but just to say, strange things have certainly happened. A couple of deagles, and not really that much else. I still think you should definitely remember, even a couple of kills in a round like this for OG, and most certainly a bomb plant, would be, you know, terrific news. We've already seen a couple of times yesterday what happens if you lose these rounds and you do no damage and you get no money for it. It absolutely makes a difference. Boomich had no head armor, so that's why he went down to the Glock that quickly. Big mistake. But if that's the only thing they lose, I think it's fine. Oh, nice shot. That's actually really well set up. 2 is great. 3 would absolutely make this round for OG. They'd be so happy if they get a 3rd kill in here. But 2 is still definitely, yeah, gonna be a little bit annoying to NaVI. Won't make that 3rd kill. So 4-1 in favor of NaVI, with Simple off to a pretty decent start.
Yeah, 7 kills, 2 deaths for Simple, which is essentially the last thing you want to see if you're OG. That being said, I mean, it is Simple. He is insanely consistent. He's just always showing up, always getting kills, almost always top fragging. And when he isn't, that's when NaVI falls off a cliff. But you can count on him. He is Mr. Reliable for NaVI. And so OG shouldn't be too shocked. They just have to find a solution here. How do you deal with Simple? He's just setting up the smoke. Over through connector, and now Alexi B. What is this? The flash, Electronic caught, going to re-peek, and he wins that fight. Unreal. Alexi B is going to be kicking himself. How do you lose that one?
Yeah, it really looked like he had just all of the right idea, the timing on the flashbang as well to go in and get that fight. It was shaping up pretty decently. But, yeah, a man down, a lot of time. I mean, you can spend some of that time if you want, just hoping for NaVI to make a mistake. It seems like that's not what they're going to do. There's going to be a flashbang set up from Mantu, who's got the bomb behind the 3 of them, and then they're just going to go for it. There's only a UMP, although Flamey is here, that classic boost to look over the box, and grenades are coming out. That's going to slow them down. The Molotov means they can't really go over that side, and they're in a lot of trouble here. This round is really well controlled by NaVI. So, I don't know. That flashbang really didn't do anything, and they had a lot riding on that one grenade community these days.
Yeah, dude. I mean, actually, that's what it's all about. When you're down in a dungeon.
Listen, I checked at home, and the humidity in my house was like 85%, and it was like, I just realized.
What?
Oh dear, we're living in a jungle. Let's do something about this.
How is that even possible?
I have no idea.
You're in Denmark.
Yeah, I know, but listen, we fixed it. It's fine. It's back down to normal. We're not all gonna, you know, I don't know.
Oh, I mean,
house isn't gonna rot.
Must have been very moist.
At least not yet. So yeah. Isa going down, Boomich with a nice kill, though the Tech 9 from NBK to drop him next. That's a pretty good spray control. Just Electronic lining them up. It was Flamey getting the last one, but see the control on Electronic, and he was being mentioned on the desk, and I think rightly so, as the guy that's meant to be sort of Simple's right hand, maybe that's the wrong way to put it, but something like that, the second in place to take over in case Simple's having, like if it's one of those rare games where Simple isn't doing so well, Electronic should be there to make up for it, and even sometimes then some. He can sometimes be the one to take over the whole game, so good to see him be confident in his aim there. Got AKs, we've got the AWP back on the OG side, so now, you want LXCB to come up with something. They've had 7 rounds to try and see if there's any weakness, any, pattern that they can sense in NaVI's defense, anything they want to, try and take advantage of. So now's the time.
Playing.
Oh, God.
With fire.
Yeah.
That off would have hurt. But it is not going to connect, and Montu is still alive with his op. Last time he had an op, he got shut down immediately by Simple. This time around, he survives longer than 10 seconds. Fantastic. OG need that kind of performance to have a shot in this key round in the first half. 6-1 for NaVI in the lead on that CT side. And now we're going to get a little bit of a trick play coming in here. The run boost. Yeah.
I like it. I appreciate it. I don't even care if there's no one there to challenge them. By the way, this is a feature of the NaVI defense so far. There hasn't really been that much aggressive defense in middle. So OG, that's maybe why they're here right now. They're sort of thinking, ooh, nice shot. Perfect timing. He's throwing that grenade. But if you feel like we could probably take middle, you could do so many things with it. So why not? I mean, I think OG will have realized that too.
Well, I'm glad that they're drifting around because we've seen them on the extremities. They're just getting shut down.
Yeah.
Pushing through A, dead. They can't even get out of B apartments. So I guess that does leave mid. And here we go. Flash through. Oh, no way.
They don't know that he's here. Oh dear, he's missing the spray as well.
What?
That could have cost OG everything. I can't believe they ran in pre-firing, but not really hitting him, and then they just ran out again. And they must have been blind while they were doing it, just thinking, well, whatever. Like we certainly gave it our best.
But then for Boomich to trace an outline of him.
Yeah.
Is this a comic?
Yeah, that was hilarious. All right, fair play. Didn't work out. Nicely done on OG. I think that's what you want. Again, once you're in connector, the input delay from being in connector to essentially wrecking the entire bomb site is just less than 3 seconds, and it's done. So I think CTs give up this part of the map, at their own peril. It's so dangerous to not at least know what's happening.
Well, that's really nice because this prompts us for the next step, which is how do NaVI go about taking over mid control now? It's going to be that tip to the hat. Last time, it was Simple getting that pick off Montu at the beginning of the round, just sitting there in window, managing to find that opening frag.
Yeah.
This time around, let's see how NaVI elect to go for it. So we're getting that replay here, shooting right over Boobich's head.
That is great. I mean, you could have Simple, let's say, at the ticket booth with the AWPing down the middle. That would be cool. But then you need someone to cover, the ramp at the apartments. So, what you really end up doing a lot of the time is you end up over-reload or allocating resources to the A-bomb site. And that is not always that good either. So, we'll see. Simple in middle. Presumably is eventually going to get smoked off if someone shows up. Looking dangerous. A Mantu on a mission on the other side. Patience. Absolutely key for both Mantu and Perfecto at this point in time.
Did that HE hit him? I think that HE hit his body, didn't it?
Yeah, sounded like it, didn't it?
In which case, Perfecto would have a reason not to peek there.
That's a good point, yeah. You can sometimes get a...
You can hear it. If you get that audio cue, you know that somebody's up there. And because it looked like Perfecto was getting ready to jump up, and then he doesn't. Unfortunate how that panned out for Montu. Would have been a brilliant first shot to open things up. Now we've had Flamey rotate over towards the B site, and so NaVI's defense has been shored up over there on that side of the map. But it's looking like OG, after showing a little bit of a presence over towards B, it is going to be an A execute. And so far, these A executes haven't been pretty when they've been going up ramp. So now we got to see. Are they going to find more success now?
It'd be great if they did. I mean, the NaVI economy is pretty good, but winning this round for OG would really put a huge dent into it. So right now, doing a fine job of getting towards the bomb site. There's no one really rotating for NaVI. They're not coming in from the B bomb site. So if they win the initial fight here, it's going to be a while before there's any kind of a backup. Electronic going back. Actually, NaVI sort of signaling that they are fine with just trying to retake it. Boomich getting a kill. Simple in the meantime. And now they definitely should go for the retake. Just let him plant. It's not worth it. Wait for everyone to show up and you'll have a good time. He actually catches Mantu dropping off the box. It's still a 2-on-3. And they have a lot of kits and even one smoke there on Flamey. So I think NaVI have a good shot at retaking this one, and they're going to be doubling back against the LXCB, and that AWP misses a chance, but he might know where they're coming from. He at least spotted the one there.
All of them, though? Oh, does he get a piece? Oh. No, but it is still Valdau alive. Bomb planted for him. Needs to know that if he can just go for that tap, As the smoke goes down, Flamey, it's not a perfect smoke,
No.
though. He's going to be exposed, and so this is it. That's the shot that could win it! Is there enough time for it? It's going to be, yeah, in the nick.
Oh, I think he just underhanded that smoke and didn't even realize where the bomb was.
Yeah, agreed.
That was a 5-on-3 into a 1-on-1, I think. Really, really scary. And that's actually not that bad for OG. There's still time for them to recover this first half. And that round, taking away 4 rifles and getting the bomb plant. Look at the NaVI economy just based on it. That's not bad at all.
Quite a bit of frustration getting shown there. Velda showing some emotion. This is just brutal, though, because now, I mean, that's an opportunity to start chaining rounds together, and it just doesn't happen for OG. So we are going to get NaVI 7 rounds on the board. Alexi B getting legged at the beginning. Simple just toying with his food, as he always does.
There's no one at the bomb site. They just took down Boomich, and Electronic is the only other person here. So even if Alexi B is low on health, NaVI have to respect the fact that he's hanging around in there, even as they're going to be trying to sort of relocate into the A-bomb site. That could be really annoying. You can see Simple still in this weird standoff against Alexi B, just waiting for him to do something. He knows he has to show up eventually, but in the meantime, he can't do anything to help out A. So yeah, I mean, 16 health, and he's keeping, you know, one of the most dangerous players in NaVI completely occupied in the middle. So that's probably worth it at this point in time. 4 versus 3, still a minute left. They can take their time and wait for NaVI to make a mistake here. OG, I don't mind this break in their game. Wait for something to happen, and maybe they could take advantage. Yeah, smoke, and that's some confirmation to Simple, suggesting that they're still out there waiting for it.
Unreal, though. The patience here from Simple. They are absolutely in position now to ruin OG NaVI. If the 3 players just sit and wait, Simple, oh, the timing. He turns away, and he hits the point blank no scope. That's what had to happen. Drops Velda, but Mantu's there to trade it. Flamey goes down. Simple needs to hit this shot, but Issa with the peek takes him out. Now it's Perfecto, finds his opportunity, takes him, and it's a 2-on-1. Perfecto solo. Has that molly dropped at his feet. He's trying to find a shot to take down Mantu. Mantu is going to be right here. Firebox on the left side, and Perfecto has no way to know it.
He's shocked that no one's peeking him. Finally, it happens, and Mantle will connect with a shot. That's, I mean, great round out of OG. I love the restraint. Like, that's where you get a sense that there's some leadership happening on this OG side, because normally people get very anxious once they're pushed into a bomb site and they're being told to wait. Like, people want to keep fighting.
Yeah.
So I really respect the call they made to slow this one down and make sure that they could, you know, find another couple of kills, get their bomb planted safely. I think that was a smart idea. And look, the fact that they lost that other round where it was, you know, a 1-on-1 against Flamey at the end means NaVI don't really have any kind of an economy. So they have a lot of money on Simple, and maybe they could push this into a 4-spy, but it's going to be very tricky.
Simple going ahead and asking Alexi where he was hiding. Yeah. Or Simple asks if he had backed off, and Alexi tells him he was hiding. And Simple then says Delpan. Alexi says yes.
Second Delpan.
Second Delpan.
Further back. Fair play.
There it is. So we're getting a little bit of the mind games going on here. The way that worked out for Alexi and Simple as well in that round was really all down to timing. But let's see, can Simple just annihilate OG single-handedly here? He's got the AWP. It's a hero 1.
Yeah. It's probably worth it.
I mean, so long as he saves it, put him in a position where he will be able to back out if he needs to. If he wins the round, he wins the round. If not, he holds on to it for the next round, and you get a bye. Yeah,
that's maybe preferable. They could go for a boost on top of Perfecto. You can boost on that bench wall and look all the way into the hallways over at B. That's really cool, but looks like it won't even be required because they're going down the underpass. Checking it out. Slow mid control. I really started to feel like a lot of this for OG is starting to revolve around this mid control, which is not really a big surprise, I guess, but took them a while to really figure out that's where at least some of the opportunity lies. Far forward position for Boomich, so it's also helpful, at least knowing that no one is immediately up in the apps, up in the palace, I guess.
Backs off to sight, though. That's unfortunate. If he'd stayed in Palace, maybe he can get the drop on him. Instead, now he's going to be holding from CT. Rest of his teammates have gathered up, and this is a gamble that still plays into that. Boost for Simple, doesn't see anything. But again, Boomich is going to spot them pushing up onto A, and this is still a situation where Simple, he'll be all right with it, because he can hold on to the AWP.
Yeah, completely agree. It's not even worth really trying to run for this.
Yeah.
Boomich overwhelmed. They are moving a bit closer, and I mean, again, it's probably not worth it. Only 7 seconds left when the bomb went down, by the way. So I respect the fact that you want to, draw it out, but not that much. Imagine for a second if Boomich got one of those headshots and they had to scramble for it, or Simple can actually find the lineup, down all the way from Catwalk. Just 7 seconds is a bit too tight for me.
This is best case scenario now for NaVI.
It's great.
Even though I wonder what Alexi B's face looked like when he gets taken up by an op there. They're thinking, okay, cool, this is a Nico round, fine, just fight, and then all of a sudden one op just killing 2 of his teammates, or 2, himself and a teammate. Not the best situation there for OG. That got a bit more expensive than they would have liked, but
it did.
They are now getting a little bit of momentum going their way here. 4 rounds on the board for OG on this T side of Mirage. NaVI still sitting pretty at 7.
I mean, if you're OG, it must just feel good at the moment to have a foundation, right? Like you're not just getting swept off of this map now. At least you could do something. So, yeah, I think this is a fine enough start. And again, sometimes it does just take, it could take like the first third, maybe even like half of the first half or something to just establish like where can we actually attack? Like what are they doing? Are they being aggressive? Like what's in the cards for us? And I think that's fine. It's fine sacrificing a half in some sense, getting the information, if you then know how to call the rest of the half behind it. If you get all the information you need, and then now you can make a lot of good decisions. And so far, I really think that's what's happening with LXCB, especially here. Like they seem to have figured out this mid portion out. Now they're walking into a huge setup though at the A bomb side. They're able to get the first kill though. That is massive because there's 3 people defending it here, and they're trying to come up this narrow chokehold. Need to fall back. That could have. I mean, if they don't get that kill on Boomich, if they just kept going there, they would have all been slaughtered. That is a little bit of a miracle that OG make it back, even with a kill here.
It's a meme of a round, though. Electronic dodges all of that with... I mean, he takes no damage.
Yeah.
How? He's facing 4 players and he takes no damage. That's unreal. NBK barely squeaks out. And so it is going to be that split onto A now. Still have Alexi B lurking in mid, waiting, hoping to catch somebody looking the wrong way. It's not going to be the case for now, at least. But this is eventually just going to be the slow lurk out onto the A site. No utility there to alert their presence. Velda's going to take a bullet to the side of the face. Unfortunate for him. Electronic is going to be in position to punish. And that brings it back to a 4-on-4 going into this retake. Crucial.
They had Molotovs that they could have used for this position, which is, the most common position to defend from in the A bomb site. So I don't know why they weren't using them. They still have 1 left, so maybe they're saving that 1 Molotov for the after plant. Maybe they're thinking NaVI won't have enough money for a smoke, and they're right. So that 1 Molotov in a defuse scenario could be massive. Alexi B is the one holding it, and he is down the connector. He's perfectly set up to try and throw that onto the bomb. This is all working out very well. He has to stay alive, obviously, though. Yeah, he's thinking about it. This is the whole plan. He's going to go a little bit early, perhaps. I think maybe if they had a kit, there would still be time. They're going to find the kills. Electronic with another one. Flames are up, though. Oh, yeah, they're going to have it. He was forced into throwing it so early that... I mean, the idea is still beautiful. I actually think this is still such a cool idea for OG, but yeah, just the fact that he was pressured to throw it, that's the only thing probably that cost him this round.
It's such an... Oh, man, you're holding your breath the entire time, aren't you?
Yeah.
And let's see what I wanted to see here.
It's definitely... Definitely a close round, closer than maybe it seemed. But NaVI back with an 8th round, so 8-4, and I don't know. There's still time. I mean, if they get even 2 more rounds, I think they get to 6 here. I think OG are going to be all right, and that is definitely possible. Neither team has that much money. Actually, if NaVI loses next round, that would be really awkward for them. So this might be one of the more important rounds for NaVI in the first half at the moment.
Indeed. It could be the difference between a stomp and a very close half, you're right. So we're about to find out if they can hold off this push, because once again, OG are just going to stomp their way out onto this A site. They've had a little bit more luck recently, but Boomich is going to take down Velda to start. Issa there to trade. Electronic peeks around the smoke and takes down NBK. Man advantage maintained for NaVI, and the bomb backs off. And it looks like this is based off of Alexi B lurking through B apartments.
This is so cool to watch. I mean, this, again... There's definitely something about the skill of LXCB as an in-game leader and just a tactician in the game. You're seeing it right here now. he's on the bomb site, and he probably has a pretty good idea that no one is sort of immediately there. But he still needs the space for his team to show up. They don't have any smokes. They can't block off Simple, and that is in itself quite dangerous. Simple letting one sneak by and waiting for another chance. Might have thought there was a third guy coming in, but he's looking really far behind. And that's Isa with a couple of flashbangs, so he could throw them onto the wall. If they time that well, it would be very, very cool. Looks like there's going to be a boost in for NaVI, trying to set up this retake. And they're not seeing anyone. They've got to be frustrated themselves. Watching for the flank up there is Isa, and now it's a go. Mantu going down, and Isa getting the one kill. There's a nice headshot. Bomb is only just planted. There's plenty of time left here for the defuse still. And now everyone is confused inside of the smoke. No one has any idea actually what's coming next. Isa goes down. That's a brilliant headshot. And Alexi, he's hiding right here behind them, shooting them, trying to get back. He has to win against Simple, and he will. Continues against Boomage, and what a round. Alexi B, 3 kills, including taking the entire bomb site on his own. Absolutely amazing.
Terrific play from Alexi B, keeping his cool the entire time, and you know that's off at NaVI trying to find him. Simple, he spots the bomb carrier jump out of Palace, or out of B apartments. He knows that nobody's jumping out of there just like that, willy-nilly. So there has to be another guy on the bomb site. So you're playing off that info, like, where's the other guy? We killed one. There's got to be another one around here somewhere. And Alexi using NaVI's own smoke against him. That was flawless.
Yeah, look at what it's done to the economy. That really is the critical round. I think OG are right back in this game with that one round. All the difference in the world.
1v3 clutch, got to get it done. Alexi B, of all the time. That's how you lead, man. Show him how it's done. He's just like, yo, watch, hold my beer. Or I guess it'd be like a Fisk shop or something like that over in Finland. But
oh, don't remind me.
You remember those? Yeah, Asus ROG.
Yeah, that was happening, and I don't know. I remember something, club at 4 a.m., dancing with Flaren. It was a special time.
Those were good times.
Well, enough about that.
Enough about that.
My mind was wandering.
What little we can remember.
Simple. 30 health on the Deagle. Yeah. Nice restraint again. OG probably knew in the beginning when they ran into the USPs in the middle, this round is pretty much won. And they don't get panic, or not panic, but they don't, get over-eager. They don't just say, let's go get the frags or anything. Really nice and measured.
Don't rush it.
Don't rush it. Oh, this is another thing we should maybe think about. I know there was that one round where they were down to 7 seconds. But apart from that, they've actually been doing a lot of their attacks on either side, really, early enough that they can change their minds. Or they can slow it down and wait. So, I mean, there are lots of different ways of using the clock, and I don't think one is proven to be better than another or anything, but it's a cool feature of their game on the T side right now, that because they do it so early, they can make a lot of decisions that if you did the same thing later, you just wouldn't have time to really do it. Like, you can't call a break in the middle of an attack if you only have 30 seconds left, or or decide, like CB did that one round, to go check out the B-bomb side on his own while his team are over at A. Like, that's not possible with, 25 seconds, so.
Well, that's the critical point, isn't it? It's that you've got your in-game leader who's off lurking.
Yeah.
And so Alexi B is going to be in that perfect spot to just be calling out the rotations. If it works out that way, if he's got the time to maneuver, he can rotate them back based off of what he sees. So it's an interesting style coming in from OG, and so far it's served them well. 6 rounds on the board for OG going into the 15th round of this first half.
Really impressive.
Really good stuff. And so does this end 9-6 for NaVI, or are we going to get it 8-7 as it usually winds up these days, it feels like?
We do have a fair few of those. Electronic won this fight last time, and it will again, versus Alexi B. Talk about leadership again, setting himself in first, not just picking the weakling. Sending cannon fodder in, set the troops. No. Send the general. Electronic is going to be going down to Isa. Simple there with the AWP, but he's also feeling a little bit lonesome. That FAMAS is going to go down on Perfecto on a missed shot. Valda with 2 big kills, and now it's a 2-on-2. Will be a bomb plant here for sure. Question is, can NaVI retake it? They don't have any kits or any grenades or anything, so this could be really tough on them.
Well, Mantu's going to be able to sneak it by, and this is it. Now that you have that crossfire established, Mantu is going to be keeping an eye on the apartments. Oh, no, he's watching short. But instead, Valda's going to find the one. There it is. The timing comes in for Boomage. Catches Valda before he can react.
And I think he saw him, didn't he, like right before? So he actually knew exactly where he was. He probably would have had it called out by a team anyway. That's pretty important for NaVI right there. 9-6 in their favor.
Yeah, some scrimmy stuff as well. Just kind of walking out onto A side, not using nades to alert their presence. Simple. I like that how you and I are just we're talking in the halftime, like, oh man, you know, Simple showing up today or not? Just casually dropping 15 frags still. It's not like he's not. Yeah. It's not like he's not hitting shots. He is. Just OG found a way back into this. You know, there you go, man. Dude, he is so disgusting.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it's just one of his, you know, little, you know, probably an off day for him. You asked him, he's like, I didn't really. Oh well, there we go. This is absolutely grotesque. I can't.
What even is this?
Just forget about it.
Here I was, getting a little bit of hope for OG, and then Simple just decides to annihilate all of them. He's going to get another one here.
He's certainly trying his very best, and there it is. Not as clean, but we'll take it anyway. 3 headshots so far with the P250 from Simple to, well, destroy whatever dreams OG had for this round. They're not there anymore. We were talking about fireworks earlier, Sumner.
Yeah.
I had this plan once, because I don't know if you know this, but if you shoot a rocket into a thunderstorm,
yeah,
the lightning will strike down the smoke path. So I wanted to get like.
Is that a theory or is it a?
No. That's
legit.
That is legit. Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to do that, but I wanted to have like a box of like scrap metal and have like the lightning strike to see what would happen. But my wife told me I can't. I'm not allowed. She said you're gonna like light the fuse and then just run and you know try and get far. Yeah. That is in fact the plan. That was veto, unfortunately.
There we go. Issa avenges his teammates in the end. Saves his Kevlar. I mean, you could maybe win her over by saying that you're going to create some kind of remote control system that lights the fuse, so that you can be in a bunker or in the house, right? Yeah. Not necessarily running away. I mean, you run pretty fast, Anders, but
that is maybe there is a way. Maybe there's a way. Maybe I could bring it up.
I think you could win her over.
All right.
I think it's worth a shot.
Give it a second shot at some point.
And then you need to turn the metal when it's fused into some piece of furniture or something, right? So you can have that coffee table story. You make a coffee table out of it.
Yeah, modern.
You want to know how I made that? You know, how did I get this coffee table?
Forged by lightning. I like it.
Forged by Thor himself.
Exactly. Got a lot of Mac 10s. I guess that's okay, but it's not uncommon for people to buy in this round. So I mean, right now OG haven't, so you know they've made the right call, NaVI. But there was some inherent risk in doing this that maybe could have backfired in some other universe. Electronic though, cleaning it up nicely here. A lot of bullets to use, and just switching straight out for the Mac 10 instead of reloading. A little bit of jumping action. Does he want to go for it again? He's kind of low on health. I would advise against it. Instead, Flamey will be there to help out, and he did get the jumping shot there on Mantu. So they lose a couple of things, but they keep the AK, and I think they're fine with that round now. I don't think they care. OG, though, are going to be buying straight into this round. So that was the trade-up for not buying in the last one.
Indeed they are. So, but they're going to be so light on. Look at this. Nobody even goes for it from us. They're just saying we're going to win all the duels.
Yeah.
We're going to take fights and win them flat out. Nades? Who needs those? Kits?
Not even. Yeah. Kits are a form of plan B, aren't they? You know? Just don't even plan for it.
You messed up.
Yeah.
You let that bomb get planted.
Oh, this is good, though. Yeah, there was 2 people waiting, and for sure one of them would have been turned around playing anti-flash, while the other one is essentially looking, so they'd seen that coming very well. And that's something NaVI never did. We thought about the mid-control. That was really aggressive. Now, they are scrambling to get back, but the bomb is miles away from this bomb site. It's now been picked up in T-spawn by Flamey, so see how long NaVI can hold this until he shows up. And, I mean, it's not like NaVI have that many grenades left either. It's a good shot at NBK. Alexi snuck in, but how did he get there? He must have come up with the underpart. I'm so confused. Walking in between them, and now everyone's confused. It's a 2-on-2. Still no bomb plant. The bomb is, in fact, up in the hallways, so this is a real nightmare for NaVI all of a sudden.
You're just hoping that the timing works out here for Felda. That he gets in and finds a target. Oh, because he's been spotted. They know he's at bench now. Shot goes through, does not find him, and then on the site, Perfecto dancing. Simple, getting caught between a rock and a hard place, still going to find that kill. It's Perfecto taking down Velda, and now it's all on Alexi B to hold the line, finds the first kill on Perfecto. Simple is low, and Simple will go down. Alexi B, triple kill, and once again, when his team needed the goods, he showed up.
I really completely lost track of that round after. I felt the mid-fight was amazing. I'm not 100% sure how XCP got here, if he hid in a corner the whole time, or if he went off the underpass and intercepted between Flamey and the rest of the team. I just lost track. But,
hey, let's go.
But it worked out somehow.
Hey.
Let's go.
Woo!
Wait, did she have she had an animated green screen background. That's great.
High-class fan.
Yeah, amazing.
Knows what's up.
19th round, 11-7 the scoreline. This such an open game still. Force up into the round as well from NaVI. Even without the bomb plant, they felt like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Simple can get an AWP, we're buying.
Yeah.
That is the prevailing logic. Oh, that's rough.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, if you're Flamey right there, you were even kind of ready for it, pre-aiming that angle, but 2 players there just ruins your day. And so the smoke goes down, walk-off window. Electronic hoping somebody was going to hang around on short. Not going to be the case. Mantu's already backed off into ladder room. Do we call that whorehouse anymore, or is it just ladder room?
I think ladder room still. I don't know. There's a ladder in it. It's ladder room.
I guess.
I just prefer things that, you know, explain themselves with the name.
Fair enough.
Everything should just be named like that, you know.
Once upon a time, have they removed the dildo from Inferno? They have, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Few other choice spots, names for spots that we can't repeat on stream.
Well, I mean, listen.
Once upon a time, Counter-Strike.
I'm sure the players all have much worse names. So we can always rely on that for any kind of backup plan for us. Valda is in the corner with the FAMAS and very low health. Really only 1 HE grenade. It could find him. It's not the worst place to grenade. Oh, he's going to go to the Molotov instead. Great follow-up, Isa. That's just a FAMAS, and it works beautifully. So, Perfecto in a 1 versus 3 would be really good if they could not lose anyone else, and also if they could maybe... Oh, they're going to lose at least 1 there, but I was going to say, maybe swap out that MP9. It's not going to give any more chances for Perfecto, so slightly expensive round for OG. NaVI not getting the bomb plan, though, so they cannot buy in. Even if they had, they wouldn't have been able to buy in this next round. So 11-8 now. This is, again, a continuously good comeback here for OG so far.
Yeah, for a second there, it was really getting a little worrisome that NaVI were starting to pick up steam. But so far, I mean, look at the kill differential as well. I mean, NBK and Velda right now are struggling. Yeah. NBK, we're kind of singing his praises. I mean, he showed up yesterday. He was doing some work. But today, definitely a cold start here for the Frenchman.
And he's playing that B bomb side, so he's not even going to have much of a chance for redemption on the CT side.
If they don't go B, what do you do?
Yeah, if they don't go B, you're retaking A on your own. So good luck.
Best of luck with that. It's not fun. Nobody really enjoys that.
It's even worse, isn't it? Because all the time when you are defending B, you get so bored of waiting that when they finally show up, your brain is kind of like halfway off. Like, you know, it's in sleep mode and you're trying to get it like oh, they're actually coming this time.
Yeah, you've been waiting that entire time and then miss the shot when the chance is there. We've all had that happen.
It is a well-known or well-documented phenomenon. Simple and electronic. Left. Taking some damage. Not really getting any kills. They're simple with the 1. And he was at least predicting Mantu would show up. Not that it really mattered in the end. Nice triple kill for Mantu. And not losing any rifles in the, I mean, apart from the 1 there, OG. Again, that is really going to matter. When you got a game that's this close, every time they successfully, only lose a couple of rifles or none at all, that is all going to count towards the end of the game. We get down to round number 28, 29, and 30 and all the rest of it. That's where you can suddenly really feel it. So keep that in mind. 21st round. And it's all AKs on the NaVI side. No AWP on Simple, which I'm sure OG are slightly thankful for. Great grenade, though. Lands smack on top of Boomich and Electronic. NaVI trying for some of that mid-control. There's that 1 AWP on Mantu, but I like the forward position on Valor, though. That is pretty much where they have the most map control at the moment. Otherwise, it's a pretty common setup for OG. Now we've had the middle of the map for a long time.
Yeah, they have options right now. They can't go for that split, and it's looking like that's what's going to be the play here. Smoke gets cleared. We're getting a little bit of information. Boomich just hoping that he's going to catch somebody off guard. Not going to be the case. Instead, it's Mantu holding up close with his AWP. About to get real hairy for him. Does he see the gun barrel? No, misses. Barely makes it through the window. way too close for comfort.
Yeah, and the comfort's going to be really short because they're running in from the catwalk at the same time. He sees one and will pick up a kill on Electronic, but now he's alone. What a beautiful follow-up. Oh, he no-scopes Flamey! What a disgusting kill. That is amazing. Perfecto and Boomich now, 2 versus 3. And NaVI, I mean, man, they need to get more kills, and they also need a bomb plant here, but bomb is stuck out there. That is such a beastly kill, that last one from Mantu. I'm so impressed.
I love that Flamey acknowledges it immediately in the chat as well. Just NS. And then you get the TY back.
Oh, look at this. He's actually going to get the bomb plant. He has time for it. They're all on the other side. Just don't slow down now.
Oh, the jump!
Oh, that is really, really, really close,
that
but
jump.
He did get it. What a madman. Well, 1 versus 3. A surprise bomb plant. Waiting. He's going to have the shadow advantage. Whoever turns the corner. Oh, but he goes straight for it and takes down Isa. Now he's real low on health. I mean, that does very much decrease the chance that he can win this. Hoping they walk into it and MBK will take him down. And that'll be the round for OG regardless. But it was way more expensive than it needed to be. And NaVI also got the $800 bonus on top of the round loss bonus. So it's all helpful. But still, 11-10.
Monster, and can Veldo actually pick up?
Yep.
There it is. Nicely done.
He laid that defuse.
Very well played. Picks up that AWP. Lots of money. Very important. Anders, I was thinking, I mean, for a second there at the beginning of this half, it was looking like NaVI were just going to hit the ground running and never stop on this T side. Thinking, oh man, this is shaping up to be a pretty quick second half. With those 2 rounds, they look decisive.
Nice one.
And then now it's just been nothing but OG.
Let's go.
4 rounds in a row for OG.
Fist bumps. We got a fist
They are
bump.
1 round away from establishing a streak from going on fire, and I mean they can do it. This is only a half by Tech9's Kevlar. Some nades picked up for NaVI, but now OG in a position to tie it up here on the first map of this best of 3.
Yeah, they are. I mean, and I actually thought maybe they were doing buy. I thought they had the round loss bonus, but I guess not. So, Tech9s. If you buy Tech9s, you're surely going B. How could you resist doing that? It's just
Just jump through the window.
yeah, it's a classic.
Death from above.
It's one of those things where if the first guy jumping out dies, I think the whole rush is dead. But if he can make it down and just, you know, even if he doesn't get any kills immediately, just make it down and keep running, it's pretty much good news. And there we go. They are down on the low ground already. Boomich does drop Mantu, trying to hunt him down, but he's got back up in MBK. Brilliant double kill to save his teammate, at least for a second. And they're going to win the round. That was hugely important what MBK just did.
Man, they are still so scary though. Simple still in here with 23 frags. And there it is. Timeout called by NaVI. Was wondering if they were going to go for it on this key round now that it's been tied up, now that they've gone for that save so they can get Simple the off, they can get everybody the nades, everything that they need. Now's the question, what do NaVI elect to do? They have been getting mid fairly easily on these buy rounds.
Yeah, I
mean,
I agree.
Build off of that.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine similar to what we talked about with OG, right? That is, there's so much you can do. Well, we haven't seen so much. Maybe it's gone out of fashion, but we didn't see it yesterday either, Mirage. The window boosts. Normally when you can get middle,
Yeah.
you know, it's tempting to boost someone into the window, and because once you have someone in the window, you can do just any number of things, right? Any A attack will be 10 times as effective, and you can be, you know, you can listen for rotate towards the B bomb side if you start to make some noise there. There's a lot of things that could be done, so haven't seen it too much today or yesterday either.
Not quite.
Maybe just send Simple on a mission to kill someone.
Or yeah, it can't just be Simple trying to get aggressive and find an opening kill. For now, at least, they are going to be setting it up. There is going to be Simple holding in case that push comes through. Timing could be perfect, though. Alexi B, he's going to trade it 1-for-1. Spots out Simple, but Perfecto's there. And Invalda and Isa chiming in, finding kills of their own. NaVI tried to pinch. Tried to bring it back from underpass, but it just was not meant to be this round. OG were ready.
Yeah, and that comes off of the conversation we were just having about NaVI being allowed that mid control. So that is just having a variable defense for OG that's keeping NaVI guessing. They did this attack to top mid earlier, but they were way quicker about it. This time they actually delayed it a lot, and then they flashed their way around the corner. I really am impressed by this. I think OG are showing a deep level, and a lot of different sort of ideas going into this. not just repeating the same things over and over again. By the way, Mirage is one of these maps that gets criticized from time to time. People say, well, it's all been played out. People have done all the same things, but surprisingly, I still see a bunch of top level teams that don't and if you say, well, there's 100 different strategies on this map and we've tried all of them, they've all been played out. Well, why do people then always play the same 5? And OG are not doing that, so great on them. But I really feel like one of the things I enjoy about this map is what we just saw. It allows for those kind of things. You can go on a little skirmish to get that top mid, even on the CT side. So, yeah, I think people should play like OG are doing right now if they want to make Mirage a little bit more exciting. 5 seconds, there's no chance to win. He actually needs to die right now. But there we go. Isa obliges.
Yeah. Oblige him. He is gone. And this is now looking very grim indeed for NaVI. 6 rounds in a row for OG on this CT side of Mirage. There's the 3rd timeout getting called by NaVI.
Can I shower some more praise on OG while we're at it?
Absolutely.
They're not even... This isn't even one of those Simple has done everything on his own and the rest of the team aren't there situations. Simple has just been... He's clearly been the spearhead, but the rest of the team is... I mean, then they're not just leaving Simple, to his own devices here. They're killing with him. That's not the problem. Problem, I think, is just that OG right now are actually just playing a much better game, as far as I can tell. And maybe also just to add to the other side of that, maybe NaVI are also looking a bit lost on the T side, right?
Well, it's worth pointing out that this is a reminding, that this is OG's map pick.
Yeah.
And so for as far as NaVI are concerned, perhaps not as comfortable on it and trying not to get too flummoxed, even though NaVI have a 75% win rate on Mirage. So OG, but it's across fewer maps. OG have 13 maps in the last 3 months versus NaVI's 4 on Mirage.
Oh man, 4 maps. I'm not a statistician, but I'm going to say that doesn't work for predicting it.
Yeah, it's not a big pool to draw from. Dust 2 will be the following map, NaVI's map pick, and they have a 70% win rate across 10 maps, so it's a little bit better on that side. NaVI are probably just kind of, I mean, obviously you fight it out here on Mirage. You're looking for that 2-0 at all times. You're not getting too deflated here. Velda working well, pushing on up to find a kill along with Isa. That's Flamey out of the picture here for NaVI. And OG setting themselves up for success in this round. It's 12-11. Anders, they're in the lead, and they're setting themselves up to pick up a 13th round. OG put themselves within striking distance.
By the way, I think if OG win this map, I think we're definitely seeing a 3rd map. I really, especially with NaVI, I mean, the way the NaVI are fragging, let's say, I imagine Dust 2 is going to be a pretty powerful map.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Simple's not missing shots.
No, he's doing fine.
So you put Simple on Dust 2 and see what he can do. I mean, I'm sure that it's going to be a fairly frustrating experience for OG.
Yeah. I imagine that's how it's going to go down if they can pick this one up. So maybe that's all the more important that they actually do, because then otherwise it could definitely be a 2-0, I imagine. So 13-11, they picked that one up. NaVI have plenty of money to buy in this round with a round loss bonus and all the rest of it. So problem is they haven't done that much damage to OG, so OG also have a decent bank. LXCP and Mantu are tied, top fragging at 21 kills, and the Isa right behind. This is looking very good.
Looking for it. Below with the setup, and he eats an HP for his trouble.
And again, look at the difference in this defense, right? Like, no one's in the middle. That one grade. Now they're pushing the B hallways. They're really just... The variety is making it so hard for NaVI to guess what's happening. And that's very frustrating.
And they hang around as well. How frustrating is this? Mantu is going to change the angle, expecting there to be a push from short. And Perfecto elects not to take that peek.
I'm sure eventually they just leave one guy and just... I mean, at this point, you could almost just have, 2 in middle, 2 in A, and 1 in those B hallways and just, probably feel pretty good about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving up mid and connector, though, maybe. So that's always dangerous. Oh, he's gonna walk straight through. Yes, he will. Yeah, so they're right on the bomb side. Isa, though, terrific kill, and Alexi as well with that one. But don't underestimate this though. 4 and 5. If they lose that first fight in the bomb side, the whole thing will still collapse. So super important that they managed to pick that one up, and it's looking like a 14th round here. Simple's getting hunted down as well, and that's 14-11. NaVI really being collapsed here on the second half. They've only won the first 2 rounds, and then since then, it's just been, how many rounds am I counting here? Like 8 rounds in a row for OG?
Yep.
Oh, dear.
It's wild. It's tough to see how it is that NaVI are allowing this to slip out completely. They just aren't getting any shots. That time, OG, once again, prepared. Velda didn't even have to show up. He was just sitting in shadow the whole time going, am I going to find a target or not? His teammates were just killing everybody. OG were so far ahead in that round. There was no way for NaVI. And so NaVI now going to go back to the basics. Enough is enough. Let's group up together. We got the Tech 9s. Just yeet those 2 guys first onto the site. Let them charge in with those Tech 9s guns blazing. And the rest of the team have just got to be right on them behind.
He Molotov Valda, so he has to put up that smoke to try and get out. And more grenades being thrown at him. They're just throwing everything at him. And they've almost taken him down, but that's also all of their grenades gone, by the way. They just put everything into that. And they've got no kills, and with the weaponry that they have on the NaVI side, at least it's a quick bomb plant, but they probably needed to get a kill here, because the retakes on their bomb side are incredibly doable on Mirage. And I'm sure that OG know that as well. A little bit of a fight here, both Boomich and Simple going down, and now it's a 2-on-3. Electronic not really finding any place to stand, though Flamey actually getting a kill long range to help him out. That's really an amazing job there. Molotov, did that land on top of the bomb? No, not quite. So 2-on-2.
But the bomb is not planted for Palace. So they need to realize this, just shut down jungle. Oh, the push, there it is. Comes on through, and Issa's there to trade it. Issa will have time for the defuse.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh my God!
I absolutely thought that he did. Once you hear that tick over, though, I mean, it's... who knows at that point in time. That is scary. I really thought he had that one.
That's a kick in the pants.
It is.
100% you're thinking that OG have got that in the bag with that retake as well. How much time? 0.19. Huh, how did we get that? Wasn't that MBK as well yesterday on Overpass?
Yeah, I think
Did I get 0.19? So 0.19, okay, we got to keep an eye on this, guys. There may be a trend here.
Some synchronicity in the simulation, Samla. Message being sent.
What does it mean if we multiply the number of rounds and then divide?
Exactly.
I'm sure we can find some way to get to 0.19.
Yeah, if we mess around with the math enough, we'll make it say whatever we want.
Divided by the number of rounds.
MBK alone. Oh, well, not quite alone. Alexi's there with the AUG at long range, but it's still going to have to be Nathan to really pick this one up. And a good spray, even while Flash, to take down Perfecto. He did what he needed to. And again, could be a little bit scary playing that solo B position. You get, your mind drifts, and suddenly you're in the middle of a bit of a war. So nicely handled on him. 3-on-3 for the retake. And if they lose this round, they can still force a buy OG. So there's that. But obviously, they don't want to let NaVI back in at this late stage in the game. That would be absolutely devastating. They're all retained from the same position. Could work out, or they could all get just bunched up and shut down. Nice headshot from Simple and a great follow-up. And now the retake is done. This is like way too much of a risk. I'd rather save the AWP. Simple with a triple kill, all of them headshots to land NaVI at 13 rounds.
Is this it? Do you get up to 14 rounds, OG, and then you choke it away? Alexi doing some talking right now. They need to just tighten up. Well done, Mantu. You gotta keep dialed as well. But that is OG. Yeah, you gotta just put your foot down here and end it at this point. If you let NaVI come back in here, and now you go, and then you go into NaVI's Map Pick Dust 2 next, with NaVI fired up.
Yeah.
Life's gonna get real interesting real fast. I mean, Simple is dropping 27 frags, just saying. I mean, he's still got a chance to do 30 bombs. He could have back-to-back 30 bombs here for NaVI if we just consider the last night's last map on Train.
True.
And then we go into this one. Simple is just a monster.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but just not if you're playing against it.
Yeah, exactly.
28th round.
It's like a venomous snake or something. It's beautiful to look at until
it's on TV.
Yeah.
And you've got David Attenborough, narrating it, then it's fine. But otherwise, not in favor of it.
Not so much.
Slow mid control, checking the underpass. They knew that Mantu was down there, so I don't mind the fact that they're being, careful about this. But now that they have them, I'm still not seeing the window boosts. Where are they? They're coming right now. Thanks, NaVI. Is that the first one we've seen? I really think it is for like all of yesterday and today. Maybe at least the first one I've noticed, which is not saying much, but I'm just going to say it's the first time. Just making that fact up right now.
Say it, Anders. Preach.
Who's going to check? Who's going to fact check me? Ether and Valde. Ooh, forward setup. It's one good kill, and Boomich has the bomb down at 27 seconds. What a nightmare. How do you recover that? Never mind. Now the window is not going to help you at all, especially the electronic getting killed. Really nice forward setup here from OG. And again, another variation of the defense. They've just been doing it everywhere. And Flamey, we cannot win this. He might as well just run away. There's absolutely no time for it. But they've had the aggressive mid pushes. They've done the forward B hallways push. Now aggressive with a double setup down to the A ramp. I just think this is so cool.
Well, Velda tries to take the fight, but this allows Flamey to get out of there and save that AW.
An AK-47, so let's see if they can. It would be great for OG if they could close out this, I think, just really remarkable game on Mirage. I'm so excited about how OG have been playing this.
Yes. Now it's that real test of the mental discipline.
Yeah.
Can you maintain your focus despite the fact that you just had to wait like 13 minutes or something for Boomich to get back into the server? And apparently for something that has happened before and that he didn't bother fixing. So a little bit annoyed with Boomich right now, but Simple's going to find that shot on Velda. The aggression paying off here for NaVI, and this is looking very good for them. They're trying to keep that pressure up, not let OG have a chance to recover.
Oh man, if Isa gets a double spray here, it's done. But if he goes down, I don't know. They've rotated everyone to the bomb site. And Perfecto, he was an underpass. Will he have hurt them, I wonder? That's a big question. No double spray happening at all. Isa going to be going down. The rest of them are here. And NaVI, they could change this. They could go back like OG did when they were on the T side, but they're still committed to it. We'll see if that's going to be paying off. I mean, so far they're winning the fight, so maybe it doesn't even matter, but kind of risky to persist in attacking a bomb site when you've already been spotted and, you know, they know they've had enough time to rotate. Could definitely be a little bit scary. Bomb, though, will be planted, and I think OG, given the money they have, they need both these rifles alive. They need to find a way to get out. MBK, you have a smoke and a flashbang, so use them to escape. Smoke in front, and just flash your way out of there. It's not worth sticking around. Yeah, already Alexi is sneaking away. Nice round. Simple with a double kill. That's what, up to 29 now or something like that? Could still be in that 30 bomb.
Just get that 30 bomb again, Simple. I mean, this would be an insane retake if it happens.
Oh, just can't.
But NBK right now, I think, is just trying to, he's trying to save the gun.
Yeah.
And both, you look at the state of the economy for OG, that's the painful thing looking at this, is that both of these teams really needed this round.
Only Flusher can introduce these rounds.
Okay, senor.
Exactly.
I mean, this is so painful for OG now.
It is.
Going for a force buy to try and keep NaVI off of overtime. Simple saved his AWP. NaVI are going to be full bot. I mean, you're trying to push a boulder up a hill now.
Yeah, and if what Sisyphus taught us anything, you want to avoid doing
that. Is just what I guess it must feel like playing against Simple.
Yeah.
You know, every round you're pushing that boulder up a hill, and then guess what? You got to push it up again the next round.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Especially when he has that AWP. 30th round. It's gone the full distance, and it's still only the first map of the day. You're at the second day of Blast Premier, obviously. Got so much more coming still that I just can't wait for. I mean, I think our second game of the day is also going to be a really fun. Yeah. So don't want to be missing out on that either.
PG versus Nip. That's going to be straight fire.
Yeah, I really think that's a promising game as well. Minute and 15 seconds, plenty of time. Bomb leaning towards the B side of the map, while Flamey is over at the A side. Now, there's a bunch of different ways for Flamey to play this. He could try and, and make some noise and keep people in A, or he could wait for them to rotate and run and shoot them in the back. I mean, you pick a way to do it. Actually, they're going to go middle instead. They're calling it off. They're going to try and go middle. So now I think Flamey's definitely going to be the one to sort of jump out when they've made some contact in middle.
Yep. Alexi be making the information play, though, from short. Going to spot that presence in mid.
40 seconds, NaVI, please.
And now you see the information play coming in here from OG, pushing into ramp. They're going to get that info on A, noting that nobody is there. This is going to get real interesting.
30 seconds now. I'm getting, well, then they're starting to group out towards connector, but real scary. There are no grenades left on OG. It's actually kind of tricky for them to win this round. That does nothing at all. The flashbang, and they're swinging into the bomb site. 20 seconds left on the clock. They should be able to find someone here. It's a team kill, but Boomich also picking up Alexi. Man 2 with a nice return. 15 seconds. Bomb is on the ground, and there it is. 16-14. Man 2 and Isa with a double kill each to close out the map. And no